Buenos dias. It's Saturday, my last day of the week. I'm fasting. This is day 4. I found these sunglasses. They're $350 sunglasses. They're women's, but for $350, I paid $3 at the thrift store. Anyhow, this is day 4 of my fast. I'd started a fast last week, but then this week was going to be so busy. I was going to tattoo eyebrows on a lady for the first time. And I had tattoos and a bunch of stuff to do. I said, you know what? I'm just going to eat, get through the week, figure stuff out, and then go from there. Well, I get here Tuesday morning. I don't check my phone on my days off. I get here Tuesday morning, and my worker quit. Just kind of with a text, blah, blah. It's a bummer, too, because she's good. She's young. She wants to travel. She's going to Spain or something. What can you do? But then I was frustrated because I had started eating thinking I was going to do all this stuff this week, and then without her here, it's like, well, I put off the whole... Anyway, so I started fasting again. This is day 4. I've been... Like yesterday I did some tattoo work, and just so that I'm like alert and clever, I cheated a little bit with some coconut water, so a lot of times when I fast, I'll take a little bit of tea, like black tea. Oh man, this life is so funny and weird. So I have a couple websites and stuff. I sell a lot of kratom here, kratom. The Thai people pronounce it kratom. And my intent is to do an online store to sell a bunch of it, and then do YouTube videos about it, and then sell a remarkable amount online. $20,000 a day worth. I'm just teasing. Oh man, what can you do? Life is so weird. Sometimes when I'm fasting, like yesterday, there's a new place down the street here, down the row. It's a Colombian chicken place. I don't eat much meat. Typically, I'll avoid it. But sometimes I'll eat some fish or chicken, and I can appreciate the deliciousness of it. I really can. Then there's like arepas and other stuff they have. Well, they were giving away free food yesterday, and the day before they brought in this big thing of chicken. They're giving it to all the neighbors. I gave it to a customer who was here. I sent it with him, but it's tempting when there's good free food. And when a person's fasting, or when I'm fasting, my mind is so clever, it tries to figure out how to convince me to eat. And this whole idea of free food was on my mind. Like, well, it's free food. And then I had this Thai guy coming in yesterday, and he told me he was going to bring me some yellow curry with vegetables about 3 o'clock. But he didn't, and I was very thankful. But leading up to that, I was thinking, wow, it's going to be such good food, such good food. I should eat it. I don't want to be rude and all this. Of course, that's just my mind talking. So I said to myself, Josh, just let it ride. Because there's been times before where things didn't work out like they looked. This week, as an example, like I thought I was going to have this crazy week. So I decided to just eat so I could get through it sensibly. But then it just fell apart. So I could have easily ridden that fast out. So I fasted for a few days. I did a liver cleanse and then fasted for a few days. And then I ate for 2 days. And now I'm on day 4 of the fast again. And it's so funny because several weeks back, I think I've started this particular fast like 4 times now, maybe 5 times. And if I had just followed through the first time, I would be way done with it. The amino acids, raw cider vinegar Bragg's, that brand. The father who started that company he wrote several books, one of which was about fasting. And he fasted for 7 to 10 days, 4 times a year. And as I think about that, 4 weeks a year, that's basically a month, a little less, but just rounding off, a month a year. In 12 years, that's 1 year. In 48 years, that's 4 years. So if I did that for 48 years, fasting that much, I would have fasted for, no. Yeah, I would have fasted for 4 years in 48. Well, obviously not quite, because 28 days isn't a full month by our Gregorian calendar, but just rounding off, just thinking this way. If I did that for 48 years, would I live 4 years longer? Now, if you're not up to date on fasting, you might not be sure, or you might roll your eyes, or you might think a person might live shorter. But for me, having experienced what I've experienced, having read what I've read, thinking what I think, it's a no-brainer. I probably live 12 years longer. So it's like every day I'm fasting, I get 2 more for free. So not only am I not wasting my time by fasting, I'm actually gaining time by fasting. And so the whole time I'm fasting is just extra. It's tedious, but it's way easier now. Like, I remember the first time I tried, it was hard. It was hard. But the more you do something, the more the mind accommodates your behavior. So it's actually really pretty easy now, relatively speaking. Anyway, I just wanted to make a video because how am I going to take over the world if I don't have a YouTube sensation? Woo! Funniest thing, I've this eyebrow, it's really easy for me to raise it. The other one? It's taken a lot of practice. And it's funny because this one is like, dude, what the fuck? And this one's like, ooh, I think you're so attractive. Which is funny because, like, there's just one eyebrow or the other. And, my dad was always a real angry guy. And I got this, like, meanness from him. I don't want it. But this last couple of weeks, I've really, I think, gained a lot by, I watched this one video on how to be more attractive. And it had some good ideas, one of which was smile with your eyes and use your eyebrows a lot. And I realized a lot of times I can smile and not have smiling eyes. This reminded me of Paramahansa Yogananda, his book, Autobiography of a Yogi, in which he says you should smile from your heart first, and then your eyes, and then your face. So, smile with your eyes, people. Thich Nhat Hanh, the great Buddhist teacher, he talks about doing the half smile. And these things are relatively easy to think about, but in practice, it takes some effort. Posture is another thing I've had to practice, but I've gotten pretty good. If I would try, it's really easy for me to sit upright. Did combo the other day, but not really. Tried, it didn't work right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here.